Let's go. You need two clips. So the podcast clip, which is going to be this one, and then you zoom in and you choose where you want intro to be and you cut. Alright, so you zoom in and then you cut from the beginning to where you want the intro to be. You just cut. So we say we cut this. Alright, then the next thing you're going to do is bring the background clip. So you bring it down and you also cut it at the same point where you want the intro to end, and you delete the other part. And then the next thing you're going to do is click on this background clip, you rotate it, and then you drag it so it becomes full screen. Alright, then the next thing you're going to do is this intro or hook part, you're just going to duplicate it and put it on top of the background clip. And then you go to video, you go to cutout and you click on auto cutout. Alright, so it's on video, then cutout and you click on auto cutout. Then as you can see now, it's already gone. So if you move this now, you can see it's no longer this color background, it's now this the background we want. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is basically you're just going to add your text. So you go to text, you drag down default text, or you click on add, then you bring it to this end, and then so in the video is we want to start business, so we're just going to use the same text. So 1 2 start. Alright, then the font you use is called Sequel, so you click on Sequel and then you drag it to the top, then you duplicate this, so you duplicate it, so this is going to be the first one, the second one, so you drag it down. Alright, so we're going to leave the first one, this is the first one, this is the second one. Alright, so we're going to edit the second one, which is start business, then question mark. So as you can see, the business is almost the same width as you want to start, so you're just going to increase the size here. Alright, and also the color is yellow, so we're going to come down here, click on color and select yellow. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is select both of this text and you go to animation, so you can get this, see, so you can get this, you want to start animation, so you click on that, you come down to in, then you go to imprint, and then you can see it popping up the same way. Alright, so that's for that. Then next thing we're going to do is to like cut this, because we want to start, where do I start? So we're going to make this where do I start. So you're going to come down to half of this and you cut, so command B, you cut and you cut. Alright, then you drag down you drag this down here, and then it's where do I start. So where do, no, not that, it's supposed to be on this, where do I, then click on start. But as you can see, it's like bigger, so you're just going to increase the font size. You're going to increase it from 22 to, yeah, to however you want it. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it at 36, and then you click on where, and then increase the font size so it becomes the same width. Alright, so this is what we have, where do I start. You bring this down a little bit, and then where do I start. Alright, so and then the animation for this is different from the animation for this, so you're just going to select both of this, and then you go to animation and you select round iteration. This is it, so round iteration. Okay, so it comes like this, where do I start. Alright, outro transmission, animation. So select both text, go to animation and look for fade out. So for the first set of text is going to be fade out. Alright, then the second set of text it's going to be animation. You look for imprint for outro, and then there we go. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is come down to this text, this clip, and since on this clip the moment he started talking, it started coming down. So to do the same is you're just basically going to click on this and you select video, go to basic, and you go to position and scale. So move this to the beginning, click on this, then move this a little forward and click on keyframe again, and then what you're going to do is basically just click on this, a person talking, and then drag it down. Alright, so this is what we have. Okay, so in order to make this smooth, you're just going to right click on this clip, go to show keyframe animation, and then go to y-axis, click on y-axis, then click on this drop down. Alright, and you click on this one, this keyframe here, click on it, and you select auto curve, not the first one, basically the second one. Alright, so it's going to make the transition really smooth. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Alright, so then click on right click, then hide keyframe animation. So the next thing we want to do is to add this money animation, right? So go to Google or wherever and look for a green screen money animation, then download and add to screen. Alright, so this is it. So you're going to just drag it down, and then cut. Alright, so it will be the same length. Then the next thing you're going to do is click on it and rotate. Then drag to make it full screen. All right. So to remove the green from it, you go to cutout, you click on chroma key, you click on color picker. This is green, so you go to where the green is, select the green, and then you click on strength, and as you can see, it's just going out, right? So that's what you do to remove the green color out of it. So now, as you can see, but we don't want the money in front of our speaker, we want it behind. So in order to, the easiest way to do that is just drag it behind the layer, all right? Then as you can see now, it's behind that moving, all right? So that's what you do to just basically put the money behind that, all right? So the next thing we're going to look for is how to get this animation, this question mark animation. So you can either look for a green screen on Google, or you can just try the simple hack. So go to add text, all right? Drag this down, then go to change the text and make it question mark, all right? And then increase the font size to 300 to make it bigger, all right? 200, 300, regardless of the size you want, all right? So I'm just going to keep it at 172 here, all right? And drag it to the top. It looks a little bigger, a little big, so we're just going to reduce it. And also, yeah, let's make it a little smaller, and then maybe change the font to something that looks relatable. And then the next thing you're going to do is to click on this, right click, and then make it a compound clip, so it will come out like this, all right? To make it a clip. Then we're going to go to animation, basically animation, go to combos, and then you're going to choose this top right to give it that moving in animation, all right? So that's what we're going to do. Then the next thing we're going to do is to just check it to see the size, all right? So we're going to, basically move it to the center, and also put it, was it behind? So it was in front, but it's going to be behind the main text, so it should come below the text, all right? So now we have something like this, all right? So let's move it right here. Okay. Then the next thing we're going to do is go to effect, look for flash vibration effect, just to give it some shaking effect. And we're going to drag it into the question mark, all right? And this is what we have, but it's too hard, so we're just going to do this, all right? Then reduce glow, reduce range, and reduce speed also. So now we have this, but it's still too bright, so we're just going to reduce a little and a little more, and then let's see what we have. All right, so my computer is lagging a little bit, but that's what you just have to do for that. And also we're going to add the same effect to this money, just to make it look nice, and then we add it to it, and then increase this, reduce glow, reduce range, and reduce speed. All right, so now we have something like this. When it starts, there's a sound, all right? So
start business.
There are two sounds. So the first is deep whoosh, the second one is cash, that ATM counting machine. So we're just going to add it here. So the first is, it starts with this deep whoosh. Okay, so we're going to add this, right? And trim it down, trim it right, okay? Then drag to the beginning. Then the next is going to be the cash register. So we're going to bring this down here, below it. So it starts with the deep whoosh, but then it immediately continues. It's not at the end, it immediately continues. So it's going to be deep whoosh, then cash register. So we're just going to add this and then trim this till where the money stops, all right? So we're just going to trim it till this part, so it doesn't get so cluttery and all of that. So it's going to come out like this, all right? So my computer is lagging, that's why it's not playing accurately, but this is what we have to do to give it that, to give the money sound, and also to give it that deep whoosh to, like, basically, all right? So that's what we have to do. I'm just going to export it so we can see what it looks like in real time, all right? So export, and then, so thank you guys for your time. Just subscribe, all right?